Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Suzanne Steele, and I am in New Hampshire. And I am going to be joined this evening with several wonderful colleagues. We have Angie and Bob from Biddeford, Maine, and we have Barbara Joseph, our guest speaker, and Sue Ellen Lexier, both from Northern Maine. So tonight we are going to be talking about a process that you may not never heard of. It's called active wellness. And we're hoping to share some information, help you discover it, and perhaps by the end you'll want to live it with us. We're going to cover several things tonight, and one is called the gig economy. This, again, may be a new term for you. It's the way that people are really living in this economy. It's a new way of doing business. Rather than staying at a job for their entire careers, people are looking at a new model for financial stability. And we really are, tonight on the phone, a group of collaborative entrepreneurs. We, for the most part, do not financially benefit from each other in our businesses, but we work together to really provide value for others and work together and get the word out and spread an idea that we feel has a lot of value. This is all about the demands of modern life. This may look like you or someone that you know or care about pulling their hair out because of all the stress in their life. They're trying to juggle so many things, whether it be work and family and health. And this is showing you some of those issues that we all face. It could be sitting in traffic. It could be the kind of water and other toxins that you have in your life. And that can be affecting your sleep. It can be affecting, you might have a pounding head all day long, and ultimately affecting your work, how you do your work. And it could stem from many things that we have in our home. So these are some of the challenges that we're being faced with. And when you look at this list, whether it's arthritis, cancer, autism, diabetes, many of these issues are even happening to younger and younger people, children in fact, and that's really scary. It's called the body burden, and it's affecting us in big ways, not only children, families, elders, and what we really want to share tonight is a way if everything could be happier in your life, you could feel better, you could live a longer life. Would you be interested in ways to do that? Well, I would think you might be, and tonight we're going to share what we call self-care. It's an active process where people make choices towards a more successful existence and learning to be healthy by choice and not really by chance. This slide is great because it shows that every day we make some choices in our life. Some of these choices can help us reduce our stress and become a human being more. These are lifestyle choices. It could be our foods that we're eating, the amount of sleep that we have, what we're doing during our day. And some of those choices are not helping us live a successful, thriving life, and you become a human under stress. So each day, small choices can add up to be big differences. And this man in this picture is Mr. Isama Masuda. He's the founder of our company and started with this one product called a magnetic insole, or in this case, a mag step. And with this one product, he's really changed hundreds of thousands of millions of lives around the globe. And he started with a philosophy called the 5 pillars, as you see on the right. He is looking to help us, and we help others create balance in our mind, in our bodies, with our families, reaching out to societies, and also in our finances. And most people focus just on the finances, but by doing so, many of them have challenges in those other areas. So the key is to lead a more balanced life. So a couple of key points about our company. It is a research and development company first and foremost. It's been in existence for over 40 years, and we're in over 20 countries. We are really focused at a unique way of protecting our environment. And it is all about creating, again, this balance. And you see these wonderful pictures about someone sleeping, the air, the water, the stress, and food. These are things that we're going to be covering as we go through tonight's presentation. Again, our main focuses are looking at the sun's energy, the air, and our earth. And these are really essential energies for life. We know that we need the sun. We know that we need to breathe. We know that we need the magnetic field in order to live. And the beautiful part of the pictures on the bottom is you see the Earth's magnetic field and a field on the human body, and both are really in sync. They mimic one another. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a process called owners. We need to take ownership of our health, and we're going to be doing this by sharing some innovative products that do replicate nature and really improve the quality of life. So we're going to start this evening with Angie. Angie? Sue Ellen.
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
Yes, I'm going to start with oxygen, the first letter in owners. And Nican has two amazing systems to help us have something else be the first filter for our lungs. And there are a lot of filters out there, but not like Nican's. The Ulpa filter that they have really makes a difference. And then putting the negative ions in the air, it's like you'll be able to bring the forest right back into your house with you. People come to visit or come to events here who have allergies and are a little concerned because I have dogs and cats, and yet I've had several occasions in which people who have come never need to use an inhaler, could not believe how easy they were breathing while they were at the function in my house. And also my mom in her assisted living, who's having some issues because of the carpeting and such, we put the Air Traveler in, and her breathing really showed marked improvement. So these simple things can really make a difference in people's lives. And we know a lot of people today with breathing challenges. Why not let something like this be your first order?
Next, we're going to cover is water. So now we're going to go to Angie. Angie?
Water is critical. Our bodies are made up of 70% water. Our brain is 80% water. So it behooves us to put good things in our body since that's such a large makeup. So the PyMag waterfall is amazing because it takes away, very simply, all the bad stuff and puts in the good stuff, such as it takes away the chemicals and pollutants and chlorine, and it puts great energy with the stones, clays, and corals. And you just use your tap water, so it's really inexpensive, it's free flowing, and our body, our skin is our largest organ, and so when we take a shower, the chemicals and pollutants that are in the water that we take a shower with are also harmful to our skin, so it's important to remove those. And I have a friend who was using the handheld one, and when she finally changed the filter, when it goes in, it's like almost a white gray. This was brown, and she couldn't believe it. And I said, isn't it amazing that your body's been protected, your skin's been protected from those chemicals that are in there? This is an example of what the water does. On the far right, left, you have the tap water, followed by the well water, reverse osmosis, and then the Mag water. And if I were a sweet potato, I'd certainly want to be in the greens and really being nourished and have good nourishment and energy.
Thank you, Angie.
And of course, nutrition. Our body needs to have the best of whatever we're going to put in it, and I think many of us are trying to find a way to do that. But our food sources have been greatly depleted as far as the nutritional benefits for many, many years. So what could we do? Well, Nikken takes care of that by directly helping with our systems. So whether it's your nervous system or your skeletal system or your digestive system, they have it all covered, and their products are really quite outstanding. The J Greenzymes that you see there is so different than most barley-based products because it still has live enzymes. It's bright green. It has just the best organic quality to it. Our new weight management, our balance, it's called To Balance Our Lives and Our Diet. This stuff is incredible, the Vital Balance. So many people are trying it. I don't think you can find anything on the market that is as healthy and is good for you and helps you to manage your weight. So Nikken has it all covered. If you have a question about any area of your nutritional needs, then please take a look at some of ours. The women's vitamin is incredible. Helps me get to sleep all night now and don't have all those hot flashes. And then of course our skin is as Angie said, is our largest organ. So to have the very best on our skin without all the chemicals that so many people aren't even aware they're putting on their skin, which is being absorbed right into your body. So look at Nikken's wonderful organic skincare. And they now even have a shampoo that you can use that has all the minerals in it that is so good for your scalp, so you can have really healthy hair well into your older years.
And energy, it's all about life. It's all about replicating nature, and we really need the energy of the sun, the air, and the earth. And the Ginkgo Mag strides here that you see in the picture. This weekend, Bob and I were walking the beach, and one of our friends, a neighbor who's in her mid-70s, says, "Oh, Angie, I'm having problems with my balance." And Bob looked at me and said, "Listen, do you have your Mag Steps in your shoes?" I said, "Yes." So we took them off, tested her right then and there, and she couldn't believe the energy. And she says, "If this is going to be help me with my balance, I want a pair now." So just, doing our everyday activity, we run into people who, thank God Bob said, let's just do it right now. Let's just try these energies. The tape has been phenomenal for people who exercise, sore muscles. The knee wrap is amazing. All the wraps. We had someone else quickly who had an injury on the golf course at the golf club, and he used from a strain, and he used that wrap, and within a very, very short period of time, he was, discomfort free, and it was amazing because it's all about energy. So all of these products are great for helping the body remain as active as possible.
And of course, sleep is one of the key things that we all need, getting into a deep restorative sleep so that all of our cells can detoxify and we can feel great and refreshed in the morning. And Nikken has that covered with an amazing sleep system, a little traveler, a terrific sleep mask, and also this wonderful cocoon, which is a sleeping bag that has all the wonderful technologies in it too. So to get into that deep restorative sleep, I can't get over how different my sleep is since I've been using the sleep system. Many people will tell you the same thing. It is an investment in your health to get the best sleep possible.
And this is just showing you, if you put your body into a state where it can thrive like a greenhouse, your body would be more like the plant on the right than the plant on the left. So again, it's up to you to make some choices. And so here you see the greenhouse, and here you see on the right side, you see what we call a wellness home. So all of us walk into our houses and we are surrounded by energies that support us, creating an environment that reduces our stress and allows us to just thrive. Now, this wouldn't be a complete overview if we didn't address, I think, the most important product, the income side, because if you don't have any income, it certainly would affect all other areas of your life. So we're going to turn this over to Bob Stalonis for this overview.
Yes, and if you look at a number of the items that are bulleted there, you know, healthcare, education, retirement, cost of living, and taxes, either you as individuals or certainly some people that you know are challenged by one or more of these areas. So it can provide substantial stress in our lives when we are not in a position to be able to handle a lot of our requirements and needs. And these are just examples that many people are stressed by today. And to add to that, after 2008, when the economy turned down, there really was a pretty radical shift in terms of lack of job security. Many corporations are now subbing out a lot of work. They don't have full-time employees. They don't provide benefits. It's also estimated that people will have 7 careers. So this idea of having one job for a lifetime is certainly out the window. And people are concerned about retirement. Can they afford it? And radically, 75% of the population are basically not happy with their jobs. So clearly, there's some major trends going on and shifts. And that leads back to a little bit of what Suzanne spoke about, which is the gig economy. So people are responding to that by being more self-sufficient and freelancing and being self-reliant. So just like musicians would do a gig and they'd play at different places and do that maybe on a part-time basis in addition to other streams of income, the gig economy is basically providing that for many, many people. So it's being more self-reliant. As I mentioned, companies are contracting, but with technology and websites, we're able to really connect with people and really display and articulate product values much more easily, just as we are right now. And it's estimated by 2020 that 40% of American workers will be in this gig economy. So it's clearly a sweeping trend. It's a definite thing. And you can look at some of those names like Uber, Airbnb, and Nikken is yet another. And some of the significant advantages, it easily integrates into your life. Angie and I do Nikken on a part-time basis. We're retired. We have grandkids to visit and all sorts of other things. But it's great the way that this element fits into our lifestyle. It's a low risk, low cost of entry. It's a turnkey solution in that there's a structure around it. We can utilize the internet and Nikken websites and so forth to really leverage our business. And just as suggested, we're an entrepreneurial group, and there's both leadership and mentoring available. So we don't have to go it alone. And that provides a lot of flexibility in our lifestyle. So we can still be active, play golf, see the grandkids, but also be doing something meaningful and helping other people, as well as making sure that we're as active and vibrant as we can be by utilizing these products. So again, we've chosen this. We suggest it's a great alternative for some of the challenges that were mentioned earlier. Again, you belong to a community of like-minded people, people that want to grow personally and want to make a difference. And that's really some of the key elements of being a Nikken entrepreneur.
So a key here is to ask yourself if what you're doing today is going to get you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Because if it isn't, maybe you need to think outside the box. Maybe you need to take a different course. And we believe that Nikken might be an option that could appeal to you. So if it does, here are some steps that you might take. Maybe it's just to take ownership of your health. Maybe you want to embrace this concept of active wellness. you might want to just be a customer. You can do that free of charge and then have access online to be able to purchase all the products that can support you and your family. Or you might want to partner with us and create an additional income. And by doing so, every dollar that you earn is because you've helped someone else improve their lives. Now, we are lucky enough tonight because one of the people who's found this joy and has shared it with others is Barbara Joseph. And Barbara will be sharing how she started with this and how it's truly impacted her lives and lives of other people. So I'm going to turn this over to Sue Ellen, who's going to Angie. See, Sue Ellen and Angie are good friends of mine, and they're interchangeable because they're both beautiful individuals. So Angie will be interviewing Barbara, and I am going to turn it over to them.
Well, thank you so much, Suzanne. And Barbara, thank you so much for being our guest. You've been the stem winder for this wonderful opportunity here. So I'd like to have you share with us what your background is that brought you to this, but just share about your background first, Barbara, if you would, please.
Well, thank you. It's been delightful to be here with you, and I haven't figured out why I am not showing. Can you see me? You can?
In the small.
Everybody. The only way I see me is right here. So I'll go back. There you go. So yes, my entry into Nikken, I was originally been going to school for social work and special education. So I've always been interested in helping people. And I chose a different course. I decided that I was going to be adventurous and leave college and travel around. And that was so helpful to me because it really got me connected with nature and the elements and living closer to the land, which I think is what Nikken is all about, bringing those essential energies into our lifestyle now. So I really got a taste of that. And then I worked in a greenhouse. And then I was really enjoying being of public service in restaurant work and cooking great foods and meeting people. Yet I was really drawn to wanting to do more, and that led me into energy healing. So I opened a private practice after taking many certification courses, and I opened up a school and taught people to be practitioners of polarity therapy and Reiki, and I've also incorporated cranial sacral and a lot of different meditation and breathing techniques. So while I was doing that, I had a couple of people call me and invite me to look at Nikken. And it's really always about timing because I was so intrigued with what I was doing that I wasn't looking for anything else. But fast forward 20 years, and I wanted to make a bigger impact on the world. And I also didn't want to pay rent any longer and commute. And when I discovered Nikken, I really liked the opportunity to create multiple streams of income. I've been a sole proprietor, and I really enjoyed meeting this community of like-minded yet very diverse people, and that I had a whole group to collaborate with, and that we were all looking to make change in the world. And I will share also that I had a wonderful experience with the products. For over 10 years, I had been living with some chronic discomfort from a bike injury, and I had tried everything. And someone handed me a small magnetic rolling device at my first event, and I had relief. And I know it's hard to believe, but it was within 5 or 7 minutes. And not that it went away forever, but continually using a few of the products, and it did. So that really intrigued me and had me connected and jumping on board.
Right. And so obviously, you know, you're still very committed, very involved and excited. And can you share a few specific stories about people that whose lives you've empowered?
Yes, I think I want to share a couple more about me first because I have some really profound experiences. And one is really quick, and it was with bone density. and I didn't want to use the pharmaceutical medications to reverse some low bone density, and we have a wonderful bone health program. So I was really thrilled with that, and I've also helped a lot of friends and customers do the same. So that's always exciting. And the other one for me was I'm healthy, fit, and active. I'm a runner, a swimmer. I landscape avidly, and I suddenly, over a couple of years, wasn't feeling so well, and actually had my neighbors take me to the emergency room a couple of years ago. And I was admitted immediately. And I had 15%, 15% heart function. And the medical community could not find out why. They were surprised that I was as active as I was at that point. And they said I would actually never recover more than 25%. So I was very grateful to them for saving my life. And I did use Western medication. I did not accept a defibrillator. And I live in the Sneaken Wellness Home that was just described. And by living that lifestyle with the air, with the water, with the sleep, with the magnetic technology 24/7, with the nutritionals, I actually astounded the community, and I am now 100% heart healthy, and I'm doing all of those wonderful activities that I adore. And I was just able to go down to the Cape and go camping with my family, which is something that I would never have been able to do. So I'm very, very grateful. And oh gosh, there's just so many people. I just adore meeting people and helping them physically, getting hugs and emails and phone calls. And I'm taking you out for dinner. My knee challenge isn't bothering me. I can ride my bike. Oh gosh, there's just so many. And it's just delightful. And the other part I enjoy is that I've been helping people earn an income as well. And they like it because they're helping people. And every month when Nikken deposits monies in our bank accounts, it's because of all the people that we've helped. And it's very rewarding. And being part of a group, I think, makes it even more impactful.
So what I'm hearing is some of the reasons why you've been successful is because you're sharing so many of these products and technologies, and just you're being you, you're living your life. Is that correct?
Absolutely. It is my life. It is a part of me. And just being out in the world today in the afternoon, I decided to go for a swim at the lake. It's just a couple of miles away. I live in Paradise. And when I came back up, there was this young woman, and she had these 3 adorable children. And when she came out of the changing room, I just said, wow, those are great children and their colorful outfits. And anyway, we got talking, and she's just come back to the area, and she's into fitness and nutrition. And we exchanged contact information, and I'm looking forward to meeting and learning more about her. And just always making new friends. It's just wonderful.
And you have a professional background with all the energy work that you did. Can someone be successful if they don't have a professional background in this business of Nikken?
That's a great question, Angie. And absolutely, people from all walks of life, all you need is to have an open heart, a willingness to reach out to people, to change your own life, to change the lives of others, just to be open to what we all have, wanting to help people. I think everybody wants to help people, but they don't have a way to do it. And we have a way to do it in every single aspect of what's ever happening. Everybody wants good, clean, healthy drinking water. That's a huge challenge. Everybody has stress or a discomfort or an ache. And how delicious is it to be able to have all natural, organic-based options in every single area of life just by caring about people, just by having a conversation. And it's an invitation. And sometimes people have their own methods, or they're not open at this time, just like I wasn't originally. But you never know. things change, and we've got some great gifts to offer people.
Excellent. And does age matter, Barbara?
Not at all. There's young people and middle-aged and seniors and elders, and everyone's thriving, and everyone is able to do this. Truly and absolutely. And just one other comment I'd like to make. Having experienced such a major health challenge, I also experienced a financial component to that. Because if your health goes, your finances and your inability to have the energy to go out and create finances, if it's based on your own efforts, is a really big deal. And so that whole piece that Bob shared about, people in debt and needing more income was really something else that I experienced. And I'm really grateful that I had NECAN as a plan B, a plan A, because it helped me a lot to manage that. So I want to really thank everyone here for being my colleague and my friend, and also NECAN for being in my life.
Well, thank you so much, Barbara. You brought it back to Mr. Masuda's wheel of balance. And, when you were experiencing that major health challenge, everything else was affected. So it brings out the beauty of what this company is all about. And thank you so much for sharing this with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we'll turn it back to Suzanne.
Well, we hope tonight we gave you some information that will allow you to investigate further, get your questions answered. And as it was brought up, we're looking to share this with people who have big hearts, who might want to grow their vision. They might come with batteries included. They want to do more in their life. And perhaps that's you. Perhaps you want to be part of a team like we are and make a difference in others' lives and your own. And if that's the case, we look forward to having you join us in the future. Thanks a lot and have a great night.
Good night. Thank you.